Hi everybody. In this video I'm going to talk about INFJ ego versus self. And what I mean by that is INFJs are just as susceptible to ego as any other type. It's true that INFJs have a, you could say, an advantage or an ability to engage with the deeper self, to recognize it, to recognize what isn't the true self. But INFJs are still susceptible to, I guess you could say, building up the ego self, in the sense that we can be exploring our type and exploring who we are to either help understand an aspect of the self and then be able to, in a sense, transcend, if that's the right word, into the deeper self, transcend into the deeper self. Or we can just sort of tickle our ears with INFJ understanding. And I think it's an important process for any INFJ when they discover their type, to spend time being like, whether it's videos, writing, talking to other people, about affirming the self, affirming the NI, affirming the traits and the characteristics of the INFJ. I think that's really important and very necessary. But I think it can also be a comfort zone, and that the INFJ stops there in their personal growth, and instead of going deeper, chooses to just have that part of themselves affirmed. I almost want to say tickled, in the sense of that specialness, that I'm special, and I think that's a part of every INFJ, but it can be, there's the danger that moves itself towards ego, in the sense of I'm an INFJ, that's it. My identity is is that I'm an INFJ. It just gets fed into ego as opposed to that knowledge, that INFJ knowledge and understanding being affirmed in the deeper self. And I certainly don't want my channel to become like that. I want the videos that I've made about the INFJ personality is about that initial affirming the INFJ, helping them to recognize themselves and to feel understood and all of that, but not to stay there, but to go deeper. It's almost like INFJs go from not knowing who they are to understanding themselves from the INFJ perspective, but then going beyond that and not identifying themselves from like just that place, and going deeper. So I think there's a bit of a pattern of wanting to be understood and wanting to be appreciated, but then not being challenged. And so anything, and I think that's why some videos are more popular than others, because some challenge this the INFJ, others just build up and affirm the INFJ. And in a sense, both videos are valid. Both types of videos or writings or whatever it is important for growth. And that's where I see this channel, that's what I think this channel is, and this is where I think this channel is going, is about transcending or ascending the personality type into true self as much as one can possibly go there. And that's for anyone, not just INFJs. So I just think it's important to recognize that we can, as even INFJs, can get stuck in ego and, in a sense, hide behind their INFJ-ness, hide behind that title, and all, in a sense, use NI as a defense. And if we come to the knowledge of the MBTI before we've done any real personal work on ourselves, then that knowledge, that INFJ knowledge, can just be fed into the person as kind of like a band-aid, if you like, over those issues, or over the deeper journey. In a sense, almost reinforcing their defense mechanism as opposed to helping break it down. NI is great at breaking down and understanding defense mechanisms, but if we haven't done, if INFJs haven't done some personal work, then that knowledge, that NI and INFJ knowledge, can become a defense mechanism all of itself, in the sense of saying, to kind of use a cliche, would be something like, I'm an INFJ, I know everything, or I know you better than you do, and I'm going to use that place to focus in on you and not focus in on myself, and see that actually, while I might have insight, I might have ulterior motives to that insight, and might be actually protecting my own wounds by focusing in on you. Things like that, I think, are very real and are dangers for INFJs that haven't done some work on themselves. So I think it's just important that some people come to the knowledge of the MBTI and the INFJ having done some personal work and having an awareness of their vulnerabilities, their faults, and so on. And then the INFJ helps to further understand that work. The other side of it is that people come having not done a lot of work, and then the INFJ tag, if you like, gets used to and fed into ego to build the ego self, and to further hide behind the tag. And in a sense, it's the perfect camouflage, because in a sense, the functions of the INFJ are just very good at masking themselves, in a sense. So, in a sense, this is really just a video about highlighting the danger of going into INFJ Ego versus INFJ Trueself. And there's some pitfalls there, and some vulnerabilities to building ego instead of going deeper. And I think that's what this channel is about. Inviting basically everybody, but at the moment the channel's sort of been focusing in on INFJs, inviting INFJs into that deeper work and that deeper journey. So if that's something that you're interested in, feel free to subscribe to this channel. There'll be more videos about deepening one's journey to in a sense, to enrich it beyond the INFJ characteristics, if you like, or the INFJ realm. I'm not sure what the right word there is, but basically deepening it from just identifying with type, or over-identifying with it and hiding behind it, to deepening. The other side of it is true also, that we can have not done much work, discover the MBTI and the INFJ, and that invites a deeper journey. There's just the vulnerability of going into the ego, and we're probably all on the spectrum, or on the continuum, in that sense. So we're all got an ego. We're all somewhere on that graph, if you like, and it's about what's the next thing that I need to address and unidentify from, and move into true self. So anyway, it's an introduction in a sense to a whole lot of other things, but just wanted to make this video. I hope it resonates. I hope it speaks into you somewhere deep within yourself, and I look forward to seeing you in another video.